What's up? It's Juice Beats, back again with another race video. And this one is the Music City Crit Series P123 race in week 2, going around the 180-degree turn. And this is my second race of the night. I did the Cat 3-4 race about an hour and a half before this one. So I'm jumping into this one, a little bit of rest in between. Feeling good, actually. The weather has gotten much better. It's not as hot. It's cooled down a little bit since the sun is going down. You can see it's pretty much sunset time out here in the Music City. And I'm out here close to the front trying to establish myself out here in this race.
I am very happy to be here. Man, yes, sir.
And I'm very happy that I have a teammate in this race with me. It's JP. He is the one who started Work Hard, Be Humble. He's just ahead there in the all-white kit, just in front of Derek in the colorful kit there. So it's good to have a teammate in there. I was able to talk with him a little bit while we raced, and just kind of get some pointers throughout the race as well. And really what I gathered from this one was patience. He was very patient. He stuck in there, obviously watching moves, watching what the front of the peloton was, but just watching him be very, very patient throughout this race and chilling. And I think that was kind of a testament to my stats in this race, which I'll post up here as well. So this was supposed to be a 60-minute race. I averaged 26.3 miles per hour, 260 watts, 322 normalized, and a 1265 max. So this race was less wattage for me. So that means that I was more efficient in this race than I was in the first race, because I averaged, I think, 285 watts or something like that, and then my normalized was like 350 something. So definitely more efficient in this race. And like I said, I was more patient, watching JP just be patient and chilling in the peloton and drafting well. I try to follow his lead in this one. I'm not quite there with the team tactics yet, just because I haven't really ridden with anybody else on the team except for JP in a couple races last year, but I didn't last very long in those anyway, so I really couldn't have done anything. This race though, I was kind of I was determined to try to make it all the way and try to possibly work on some of those team tactics. Skipping ahead, we're several laps ahead now, and yeah, I'm still doing well. I'm still hanging in there, still drafting well. Got guys that I've ridden with a bunch of times right there in front of me. That's Logan and then Derek, and I think can't really see at this point, but I think Bratcher's just ahead or a couple bike lengths ahead. But anyway, I'm doing really well. I'm feeling good, and I think with the change in temp and everything, it's kind of rejuvenated me a little bit, and having that hour and a half in between the race has let me feel a little bit better. And I'm establishing pretty decent position. I wish I had my back cam working. I think the battery's just going dead. I have the Hero Session 5 that I've been using for the last couple years for the back cam, and yeah, from what I've read online, the battery in those only lasts maybe a couple years, and I think it came out in 2017 or 16. So it's been a while. So it's about time for that battery to go dead. So I'm gonna try to upgrade to a new back camera pretty soon. But I feel like I'm doing really well. I really have I felt good so far in this race. Whenever I jump into races with Cat 1s, I'm always expecting it to be faster. and I'm always expecting to expend a lot more energy. And in this one, I felt like I was very efficient. I was able to get a really good draft. This race wasn't surgy like the 3/4s can be. And whenever like an attack goes right now, just like it is, it wasn't like a jerky move by everybody else where, you know, we're all taking off. We're already going pretty fast. And even though an attack went, you don't really feel the speed level lift up as much as it does in the 3/4, because a lot of times when those attacks go in the 3/4 race, we're doing a lot less speed at the time. So it's like 23 miles an hour, and then somebody attacks going 30, and then, you know, there's this big jolt in the peloton where you know, everybody's got to lift up their speed and surge and put out a lot of watts at that point. But in this one, like, we're already going 27, 28. An attack goes at 30 something miles an hour. We're already moving pretty well, so you don't feel it as much in this one. And you know, that's where the efficiency and everything comes from, as far as my standpoint there. But I also felt like I did really well in this race coming around this 180-degree turn. I was able to be more efficient around it in this race as well. And there's JP coming in. He got a flat tire early in the race and had to switch out a tire with one of the ladies. And so he's back in the race. I was wondering where he went, because I was like, man, I thought he was at the front. And then, yeah, all of a sudden he comes back in there after getting a new tire or a new wheel put on. Basically, I don't think he changed his tire. So, yeah, he put a new wheel on, and he's back in the race here. And so, yeah, he's in the all-white kit, the new kits for Work Hard, Be Humble. I got to get me one of those here in the next week or so. But, yes. We are 8 laps in, still doing well, over 21,000 meters to go still in this race, a long race. It was supposed to be 60 minutes, but I think we were a little bit behind, and the official, I think, was by himself on this day, so he was like, I'm probably gonna end it a little bit early, like 55 minutes. So we're going a little bit less time, not that big a deal. But yeah, I'm still, my goal is to make it to the end of this race, and because I wasn't able to do that. I think I lasted 20 minutes or something like that last year in the P123, and I'm much stronger, I'm lighter, and I'm feeling a lot better about my chances in a P123 race like this. So yeah. So here's JP right in front of me. Been sticking to his wheel for the last few laps here, and yeah, I'm just trying to make sure he knows I'm here, make sure we're together at this point. Like, I think he's talking to Derek, giving him some pointers as well, and I'm over here and, you know, stuff like that. So I can just see, like, he's very patient, very much you know, relaxed in the peloton, which is, you know, one thing. Like, when I've jumped into these races, I don't feel as relaxed. Like, I feel very antsy. I feel like I need to do something. But yeah, just watching him and his body language and everything, I can tell, like, I don't need to close down everything. I don't need to jump on everything. I can kind of sit back a little bit and chill and be efficient and save that energy for later on. So nothing too crazy has been going on for the last several laps. We've been chilling, been drafting, moving very efficiently. There was a little bit of an attack there. JP went ahead and took off to get back up there close to the front, make sure things don't get too far out of hand here. But yeah, nobody is really establishing anything. And being in this race, like, I'm expecting attacks to go a bunch, and so far there really hasn't been that many, and the ones that have gone have been closed down pretty quickly in this race. So yeah, haven't had to worry too much about the speed, being elevated too much in this race. And you can see, like, I'm just chilling. Like, we're under 10,000 meters. I'm still in this race. Still doing well. Or not under 10. I'm under 10,000 meters in this race. There's still quite a bit of race left. All right. Several laps later, lap 20 here. Don't like my positioning too much, so I'm moving up nice and slow, getting up a little bit closer to the front here. There's JP to my left. Got it looks like this is Logan here. And I remember, I think this was the point where JP was asking me if I was still good, and I said, yeah, man, I was feeling good. I was still feeling good at this point in the race. Like, I'm ready to go the distance here. I'm ready to be there at the end with everybody, and possibly talk about lead out or whatever else we can do at this point. So I was definitely excited at this point of the race. Like, I'm still in this thing. This is the longest I've ever been in a P123 race like this without getting dropped. And so, feeling good about my chances at this point. And here we go, just a couple laps later right here, after I've said I've been feeling pretty good and been, feeling really good up until this point in the race. And I'm starting to struggle a little bit here with cramps. So I think it was at this point I started to feel it in my left leg, like right behind my knee, like near my hamstring. And I started to feel it, and I'm trying to push out power. I'm trying to get back in the draft, because at least, if I'm in the draft here, I could maybe hide a little bit. But yeah, we've got some surges, we got some attacks at the front. Things are starting to ramp up a little more. And you can see I'm starting to fall back a little bit here, and I'm just having trouble trying to put down some power. It was really starting to aggravate me here on this lap, and I'm so mad. Like, I was like, I was doing so well. I feel good. It wasn't like my wind, my endurance or anything on this day. It came down to just trying to push through these cramps here, and I'm still trying to push. I'm still trying to get back on the back of the peloton here at this point. And you can see I'm pushing out the watch, trying to get back on there. But once the peloton goes like this, and obviously if you're struggling with something, it's very tough to get back on. And I think I give another big effort right here, trying my best to get back on the back here and just kind of hang on and dangle off the back here. But I'm just not able to put out as much power as I was earlier, with the leg starting to cramp the way it was. And I get pretty close. I think we still had somewhat of a tailwind. I'm not sure if it was all that much at this point, in the night, but we still had a little bit of a tailwind there. And then I kind of hit this little, the back stretch with a little bit of the headwind. I'm not quite in the draft, and things are starting to push away here. But yeah, I felt really good about my effort. And like I said, it wasn't an endurance thing. It wasn't, anything like that. It just comes down to cramping, and definitely got to get more fluids in between each race, and probably hydrate a little bit more throughout the day. It is a long day for me. Like, I leave Knoxville around 2 or 2:30. I get there about an hour and a half or so before the race, and try to stretch my legs out, and then jump on the bike about 30 minutes before the first race, just trying to get a warm up in. And so it's just it's a long day for me, driving out there 2.5 hours, and then after this race is over, a 2.5 hour drive back, and of course I lose an hour because we go from Central to Eastern time, so that's always tough. But yeah, I held on for as long as I could. I lasted, I believe, 45 minutes in this race. The longest I've ever lasted in a P123 race. And I think it was like right before the lap counter was 6 laps to go or something like that. So it was like right before then. And I was like, dang, I almost made it. And yeah, I just couldn't put down the power on the leg. And left leg cramped. Right leg was starting to cramp, but it wasn't like it wasn't bad. It was just, yeah, I couldn't do anything, and I'm still here trying to push through it, thinking I can maybe make it back. But yeah, it was just it would have been a hero effort at this point in the race, trying to make it back on there. But there was only like 10 more minutes left in the race too, and I was like, dang, almost there. But feeling good about my chances in these P123 races going forward. Though I'm feeling much stronger, feeling better. I feel like my endurance is there. I feel like my strength is there. So definitely feeling much better about these races here in the coming weeks. But anyway, my teammate JP ended up second in this race, and so. That was awesome for him, awesome for my team, and yeah, so great second week of the Music City Crit Series here. They let me do one more lap after, yeah, this is the last lap for me. Realized that I'm not gonna catch back up, and I think after going through here and trying to push through the cramp, I ended up just kind of chilling zone 1, zone 2 in this last little bit. So anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when I post videos. And yo, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.